welcome to Bell Therapy and Wellness YouTube channel. Today we are going to be going over a quick foam rolling routine that's going to hit most of the lower body. So the point of this video is to, one, give you some ideas on how to foam roll the lower body, and also to walk you through specific instructions on positioning. That's often a question I get for how to foam roll a certain muscle. What's the best position? Can I do it this way? And honestly, there's really not a strict right or wrong way whenever you are foam rolling. It's really just kind of getting into the position, finding the muscle part that you really want to roll out or feeling where you need it the most. So, of course, for this video, you will need a foam roller and some space beside you to where you can kind of spread out and maneuver. Let's get started. So we're first going to begin laying the foam roller long ways like this, and I'm going to show you how to get the IT band first. So the IT band is the piece of fascia that runs basically from the outer hip down to the outside of the knee. This is best gotten, obviously, we're rolling the bottom leg, so we're going to bring that foam roller underneath, supporting with your leg here and arm here. There's not a lot of rules on what to do with this hand. You might need to support yourself with both hands, or in which case, if you feel pretty well balanced, you can just have this arm floating in the air. So as you can see, I like to roll up and down this very tender piece of fascia. This is normally pretty tender on most people. So you would just roll up and down. You can obviously adjust if you want to get more of the lower part and have more to maneuver with your arms. So you're rolling your body down, but the foam roller is going to roll up. So this is foam rolling the IT band. From here, I find it's very easy just to go ahead and take a seat on that foam roller. So if you're sitting on it like you are a chair, so it is long and you are facing, let's say, the wall. I like to go here and automatically get into the glutes. So now you can start with just both knees down, hands kind of supporting. I like to lean onto the cheek that you are working on. So let's say I am rolling out my left buttocks area. I'm going to lean slightly to the left, really getting that foam roller into the muscles of the glutes and the piriformis. Now, this might be enough for you. This might be enough to where you're like, oh, this is really achy. I feel like some good things are happening here. I don't want more. Now, for some people, they might need a little bit more. In that case, I like to have them cross the ankle over the opposite knee to really open up that hip. It causes a rotation, which causes the muscles to open up a little bit more. So you can cross your opposite, the side that you were stretching, cross that ankle over your opposite knee. Tongue ties. Tongue ties are hard. And then you would sit here for the duration of which feels comfortable for you rolling out this particular muscle. So we've hit IT band, glutes. Now let's get a little bit more into the quads. So you would flip to be face down. You can do both quads at one time if you would like for demonstration purposes, and because most people can't like hold themselves that much in a plank, I'm just gonna do one leg. So if I'm rolling out my right quad, I bring the foam roller perpendicular to my quad. I like to start with it lower, and then you would completely relax this leg, stay supported on your left knee, hands down, and then just gently roll back. Now, there's a couple of different variations you can take with this. You can stay very straight on, roll all the way back. I like to say roll all the way up until your hip crease. I think that feels pretty good. And by good, I mean slightly sore and painful. So you can stay here, and then you can take your foot and rotate it, kind of rotate to where you're getting that outer thigh, almost a little IT band feeling, but not quite. And then opposite, you can kind of roll your leg a little bit to the, let's see if I can show this, a little bit to the outside. So it's almost like you're getting that inner quad muscle, borderline inner thigh. So this is how I would roll out the entire quad. The inner thigh muscle. This one can be really hard to roll out. So don't be discouraged if you can't roll this out easily. Most people can't because it involves, basically it depends on the thickness of your roller. If your foam roller is really small, that means you're obviously gonna have to get more into a split type of position, which most people cannot do. So come into a kneeling position, I would start with it down there. And you can kind of lean into the foam roller this way. So having this knee bent, this leg being the leg that we're targeting, inner thigh down onto the foam roller. I hope that makes sense. And this one, you may not need to roll a whole lot. The inner thighs are often very, very sensitive, but this is a very easy way to foam roll the inner thighs here. And then obviously if you are more flexible, then you're gonna be able to get a wider range of the muscle than most people. All right, and the next one we're gonna get is going to be the calf muscle. So once again, keeping that foam roller long ways. This one's fairly simple because you can just lay your leg on top of the foam roller. Now you do get to come into a crab position. So I like to start more mid-calf and then just foam rolling back and forth. For this one, you do have to support your body weight. Your shoulders do need to be able to carry your body weight backwards and forwards. I wouldn't suggest doing this. It's very bad for your shoulders. But being along the range of here is going to be much better for you. And you can crab walk it all the way down, crab walk it back. You get a little bit of a core exercise in this too. So that is foam rolling the calves. Last but not least, I'm going to show you how to foam roll your back. So I always like to use this for purposes of either a really sore back musculature, or if you feel like your spine is really stiff, this is really good to improve the vertebral mobility. So for here, once again, we're coming perpendicular to our foam roller. So we're going to start at the lower back and then we'll work our way up. So if my back, it's not hurting, but it's sore. So you would want to kind of just like roll until you find that place of soreness and just kind of gently roll back and forth. This is not one where you want to be here a long time. It's too sensitive. And most of the time it's not doing you that much good anyway. Now, for the purpose of actual like spinal mobility, if you're a really stiff person and you want some help loosening up daily, I always tell people to start kind of not mid-ribs, lower ribs. I always tell women it's right below your sports bra line. Start there. Support your head or get your hair out of the way. And then you're going to inhale whenever you're up here at the top. And then on the exhale, you're going to lean back like so. So it's inhale coming up, exhale going back down. All right, and then once you do that a couple of times at the level that you are at, then roll your body down, just a little. Roll your body down, inhale, exhale. Oh, there we go. Inhale and exhale. And then once you feel like you're done there, same thing. You would plant your feet, lift your bottom, slide down. The foam roller should be making its way up your back. Very good. And you can honestly do this up until you feel like there's really not much room left for you to go. I can get to about the tops of my shoulder blades, and after that, it just doesn't really feel good anymore. Bonus, if you want a good lat stretch, you can kind of come up overhead and then just kind of like let your head and back relax. And just try and let your arms fall. All right, last one I want to show you. For this one, you're going to turn the foam roller to where it's parallel to your spine. So if you're short like me, you're not going to have an issue laying on the foam roller trying to keep your head supported and your bottom supported. If you are a very tall individual, you may find that a short foam roller just will not work for you in this situation, and I'll show you why. So I'm going to go ahead and lean back and get into position. I missed my head, as always. There we go. I got the base of my skull on there, so I feel pretty good. So I want to go over snow angels. For one, this position is a really good chest opener for anyone who has tight pectorals or spends a lot of time at the computer. So I would just spend a few minutes taking some breaths here. You can take your arms into cactus. This is a cactus pose, if this feels good to you. But one of my absolute favorite things to do here is going to be snow angels. So you would start palms facing up towards the ceiling, just taking some nice deep breaths naturally, and draw a snow angel on the ground. Now, if you can keep the backs of your hands on the ground the whole time, then that's amazing. Great job. For most people, especially right around here, they start to lift up because our pecs are so tight. And that's okay. So if it's really painful and you don't really want to go much past here, just kind of hover in that uncomfortable stretch and then come back down. And I would do this a few times, just kind of working in that range of getting uncomfortable. Because, you know, we want to be able to have the range of motion in our shoulders to reach overhead and have our hands against the floor and at least have that normal shoulder joint mobility. We don't want our pecs to stay tight. If you spend a lot of time at the computer, I would highly recommend doing this to balance it out. All right, friends, that's it for today's video. I hope you found this helpful, and I hope these are thorough enough instructions to where you can walk into a gym and use a foam roller without feeling confused on how to position your body on it. If you have any questions or concerns, please drop a comment below. I would really appreciate it. If you have any questions you want to ask me personally, you can head over to my website. It's in the description box below, and there's a contact form. Fill out that contact form and it comes directly to me, and I will be happy to answer any of the questions that you may have. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like, share it with a friend, and subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. Have a great day.